want to play a game. Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to this tag video. So, I'm Random Ross and in this one it is the Saw Traps tag. It's been a while since I created my own original tag, so here I am with this tag which I have made myself. So, in this one, basically all there is you have to just tell us, share your favourite Saw trap from the Saw movie. Now, what you got to do here is tell us what your favourite trap is, or what trap you won't want to be caught in, or what is the most brutal, whatever. But it's got to be one trap per film, so you can't pick two traps from one film. You got to pick one trap from each film that's your favourite. So yeah, let's get through the whole tag and I'll tag some people at the end. So here we go. So first of all, Saw. For me, the trap I'm going with is Dr. Gordon and Adam's Test. I almost wanted to put the reverse bear trap on there, and there's a lot of other good traps in there too, including the flammable escape room, or the barbed wire maze. But I'm going with the trap that was basically throughout the majority of the film, which was Dr. Gordon and Adam's Test, where one had to kill the other, and Dr. Gordon found his family were a hostage, and he, in the end he cut his foot off and he passed the test, as we find out in the 7th Saw movie. And who can forget that big twist ending where the body in the middle of the room gets up and it turns out Jigsaw's been with him the whole time. So yeah, that one I'm going with Gordon and Adam's Test. Saw 2, I'm going with the Needle Pit. I almost wanted to put the Venus flytrap in there, or the incinerator trap, or what have you, but I'm going with the Needle Pit. Why? Because here's a little fact. If you don't know, during the behind the scenes of this film, they got needles and they replaced all the sharp bits with duds, and they put them in. When they were finished, they accidentally knocked over the tub, the set people, and it went into the tub, so real syringes were in there. So when poor Shawnee Smith was thrown into the needle pit in the movie, I think some needles actually got on her. Of course, they were sterile and clean, they weren't used needles like they were set in the film, but still, just going through that and maybe having a genuine reaction, yeah, it's got to be nasty. Especially have a fear of needles. I don't have a fear of needles because, look at me, tattoos and that. I've never had a problem with needles. But yeah, still can tap on your fear of needles if you have any. Next one, Saw 3, the classroom trap for me, where that guy's got all them rings pierced into his body and he has to rip his skin to get out of it. That is brutal, and that is one of those rare occasions where I actually squirm a little bit because of that trap. I mean, I could have gone with the shotgun collar, or the frozen room, or the pig vat, but no, I'm going with the classroom where the guy's just got all them rings pierced into him, attached to chains, and he has to pull. Ugh, God, it's brutal. So that one for me. Saw 4, I'm going with the Colosseum. Is that it? The opening trap where the two guys can easily get out of their situation, but they can't communicate with each other because one guy has his eyes sewn shut, the other has his mouth sewn shut. So one can't see, one can't talk, and with the guy that's blind, he goes into a panic and can't think things through, and he fails in the trap. But still, watching that opening scene with him, with that trap, where an easy decision could have been made, but with how everything worked. Also, when he opens his mouth and tears his lips with them stitches. So Saw 4. Next, Saw 5, I'm going with the closing walls. I've juggled this one around. I thought about having the water box, I thought about having the 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 water box and the pendulum, but I'm going with the the closing walls at the end of the movie, where Hoffman gets the last laugh on our main protagonist. I can't remember the detective's name now, but his death, oh, what a horrible way to go when he gets into when he fails to listen to the rest of the tape, and he only discovers that after. Then he's crushed. That's and he's fighting for his life, and it's like he's doomed at this point. So I'm going with that one. Yeah. Next one, Saw 6. I'm going with the see, again, I had a hard time trying to pick a particular one, but I got down to this one, and it is the the acid injections. Again, a closing trap of the film. I did want to go with the whole roundabout one, where he could only let a few live and some others die, and I could have gone with the whole breathing one, or or the pound of flesh. I almost put that one there, but I thought getting acid injected into you's gotta be horrible, and that's what happened at the end of the guy at the end of the 6th Saw movie. So there you go for that one. So, Saw the Final Chapter. This one I'm going with the what is it? The the incinerator one, where the guy who's in the trap has to free his wife before his time's up, and he has to disarm the trap, but he fails and it all closes in and she gets cooked alive inside the mechanism. That's got to be a terrible way to go, getting burnt, but I'm going with that one. Another one I almost went with was the public execution, but no, I think burning to death's got to be more horrible. Next one, Jigsaw, the 8th film. I'm going with the laser collar, because there's a few good traps in there, but the one I take back from this one is, remember the most, is the laser collar, where we see Logan get cold justice for the crooked detective that's in the predicament, and then and then his head opens up like a flower. I thought that was bizarrely funny and weird, but kind of cool at the same time. So yeah, the laser collar Jigsaw. And then we go to Spiral, the most recent installment, and for that one I'm going with the puppet trap. I won't give too much away because this is still a new film, but in the movie, Zeke, Chris Rock, his final test, he could either let the killer go, our antagonist, go and shoot the target and free his father, or he could shoot the killer and have his dad bleed to death. He chooses his father and his father lives, but then there's another little bit of the trap left for the end, so it's like a no-win situation. But I thought that was a pretty interesting trap. I mean, there were some other good traps in there that I wanted to put, like the tongue one or the acid, or the wax face, but yeah, the puppet trap for me. So there you go, there is the Saw trap tag. Now I'm going to tag some people. So I'm going to tag Lisa Loves, because I know that she likes these Saw movies, so I'm going to tag her. So she's tagged. I'm also going to tag Sean Patrick Ersean of the Horror Corner, because he's a man who enjoys his tags. And I'll probably tag the Horror Miser Monty G, and I will also tag Dice Rollen, and I'm going to also tag Horror Metal. I don't think I've ever tagged him before, so yeah, you guys are it. So, and if I haven't tagged you, you can, and you want to do this one, then yeah, go for it. So yeah, that's been my tag video. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends. Feel free as always to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit the notification bell. Like I say, it's completely up to you. It would mean a deal to me if you did, but there you go. So I've got all my social media links, Facebook group, Twitter, Instagram, you can check all that out. So yeah, I've been Random Ross, and this has been the Saw Trap Tag. So until next time, game over. As I say on this channel, don't have nightmares.